Hi everyone, my name's Reyhana. I am a play therapist and I am someone that loves to play with children and loves to tell children stories. So I'm going to be telling you a story, but before I start the story, I want all of you to do what I'm going to be doing. And you can see this looks like a butterfly, doesn't it? So you're going to put your hand on your chest and you're going to do this very gently as I tell the story. And while I'm telling the story, don't stop with this patting of your chest. Continue to do this all the time. It is really important that you do this. So the story is about a caterpillar. Once upon a time, there was a little caterpillar, and he lived in the forest with lots and lots of other caterpillars. This one caterpillar lived with his family, just like all the other caterpillars lived with their families in the trees. And sometimes the caterpillars would come down the trees and they would walk on the ground and they would eat the leaves, and they would eat lots and lots of leaves so they could become big and fat. And as time went by, they had lots of friends and they visited with their friends. Some of them visited more than others, and some of them were shy and stayed away from friends. But most of them played together and had lots and lots of fun on the grounds of the forest. But at night time, they all went back to their families and they stayed with their families and enjoyed the families because mom and dad had come home after a hard day's work also in the forest, and they were happy to be at home. Until one day, the wise old grandmother said to all the caterpillars, even to the mums and dads, that no one was allowed to go out from the trees anymore. They all had to stay in their own areas, in their own homes, as there was something that was happening in the world which the whole world did not understand. And they called it Corona. The children became very confused. The caterpillars became very confused. And they said, "What do we have to do with Corona? We were just playing and having fun with our friends." The wise grandmother said to them that because she loved them and wanted them all to grow up into beautiful creatures, to become beautiful butterflies with beautiful wings, she wanted them to stay in the home and be safe. At first, the children loved it. They enjoyed every minute of the attention they got from their parents. But after a while, it got a little difficult because mom and dad didn't stop teaching them the things they needed to learn while they were at school. The saddest part was they couldn't see their friends and they couldn't see any other people, and that made them really sad. But then the wise grandmother said to them, "What I'd like all of you to do is that this is a time for change. This is a time when we all have to become what we have been was not okay. So we now need to become different." And she told all the caterpillars to build a cocoon around themselves. And when they get into that cocoon, for them to think about all the things that they have done while they have been caterpillars. The caterpillars thought about the things they did. And this one little caterpillar kept thinking about the fact that he would eat so many leaves, and sometimes with his friends, they would destroy the whole tree. And he also thought that he ate things that he shouldn't be eating. He ate too much at times, and he had a tummy ache at times. And the caterpillar also thought about how he bullied other children and how at times he was bullied. He thought about many different things that he did. And the more he thought about it, the wiser he became. And he felt good about himself because he was starting to learn the things that he should not do. And sometimes he would talk to the wise grandmother, and the wise grandmother would tell him how to behave. Until one day, each one of them that had been sitting in their cocoon realized that they got the message from this corona that was in the universe, and what were the things they needed to change. The one caterpillar said, "I will never destroy a tree again and eat up all its leaves. I will just eat as much as I need and not overfill myself and not be greedy." The other caterpillar said, "I will make sure that when one of my friends is alone, I will invite him and make him part of the group." And the other caterpillar said, "I will share what I have." All the caterpillars had wise things to say that they learned. And when the grandmother told them eventually that they could start coming out of their cocoons, they began to feel a sense of sadness, because that time in the cocoon was really precious for some of them. But they knew they had to go out into the world and become beautiful butterflies so that they could help the universe to grow and become a better place than it was before they went into their cocoons. So all the caterpillars started to bite at the cocoon. And finally, when they came out, they realized they were no more caterpillars. They had beautiful wings. They stretched their wings. And they realized how beautiful they were. And each one of them had different types of wings and different colors of wings. And they all sat around their wise grandmother. And she was even more beautiful than when they had got in. And they began to appreciate everything she said. And they asked her, what was it that they could now do? And she said to them, whatever you do, I want you always to be respectful of the earth. Be thankful for the air that allows you to fly. Be thankful for the water that you drink. Be thankful for the ground on which you sit. And each one of the butterflies said, that is what I am going to do. And eventually they all flew out into the big wide world. But they always came back to their family and appreciated their friends and their family. And they provided the beauty that the world needed. The end. So what do you think about my story? I love it. I hope you like it as much as I do. And I hope all those yucky feelings that you have in your tummy are all gone. You can read the story listen to the story as many times as you want, because this is a story that will help you through this difficult time of not meeting your friends and not being able to go outside and play with them. I love you all and God bless. Take care. Bye.